Good morning, happy Monday, my lovely friends. I'm still having a little bit cold, but nevertheless, I'm super happy and excited for today's day because my husband is at work, my son is staying over with my mom and dad, so he's sleepover with grandparents, and I've planned to clean up my entire studio. So wish me luck, cross fingers for me, please. But because it's a Monday, I thought it would be fun just to come over, start my day from creating a quick card. So without any further doing, black and white. Oh no, I was hoping for the colors. Floral. Oh, that'll be interesting. Number 1, square again. Oh, never mind. 5, papers. So we've got paper, square, floral, and color. Oh, I need a color. Sorry, guys. Number 5, green and blue. Okay, I'm happy with that. It doesn't mean that if you toss one, you always have to stick with it. So I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, and I'm here. Or I think I'm gonna change the shape, but oh, never mind. We're doing a floral card. So, quick prompt. I'm stopping my timer. And no, I'm not stopping. I haven't started, but I'll just take a quick break. I'll grab my supplies and I'll come back to you in a second. So I am back now. I just rumbled through my scrap pieces drawers and I grab a bunch of the papers in blue and green color shades, and I also have a couple of the punches. Now I'm gonna be creating my own card base, and I do have this large block of the bamboo paper, which is in the weird size, which is over the 12 inches. But what you can see here, I've marked myself 10-inch mark, and then I move back 2 inches. So then I'll know exactly what's the size and where to score it. In my case, it was 6 5/8, but I'm actually gonna be trimming my card to 6 1/4. So it will be slightly larger than 6 by 6, but I'm planning to put lots of layers here, so it's good to have slightly bigger size. The only one thing is that if you prefer, if you will decide to create a card like that, you obviously need to upscale the envelope. You either use 7 by 7 inches envelope or create your own handmade. So I'm starting because this paper is quite creamy color. I also grab a piece of the white color cardstock. This is this linen finish white card, and then I'm having one of my own free design, which is available on my Buy Me a Coffee page, as well as some leftover pieces which I had after creating my birthday present for my dad. That's the video, like a couple videos ago, you could see that one. So here is this paper with the aperture, and when I was cutting it, this is what I said in that video, that if you cut your aperture right in the center, you'll be able to reuse it and repurpose it for something else. And instead, if I would cut it right to the corner, thinking like, oh, I'm gonna save the paper, then there's limited option what you can do with it. So sometimes it's worth to have the thinking process like, okay, this is a large paper, I'm only needing one circle, heart, or little something, but how I can utilize the rest of the paper for the next project coming. So here I'm gonna cut the aperture with the square die, and then I'm gonna save this piece, and I'm probably gonna reuse it on the third card. So that will be quite a nice stretch, having the same piece of the design paper and be able to create 3 different projects out of it. So here I cut my little square around this circular aperture, and I want to dress it up with the punch. And this is something, obviously I had this circle pre-cut, but this is just from the experience. It's very flimsy because I only have this thin frame around, and if you would be creating something similar using the square pieces, I would rather advise you to decorate your corners first and then cut the aperture. Obviously I'm doing different because I already had the circle cut out before. but luckily there's this little corner pieces, you know, like a tray on the punch, so you could rest your paper against it. But still, I've made one mistake, which you will see in a second. But before I'm punching all the whole four corners, I've decided to use it as the guide, and then cut the aperture on the white color paper, which is gonna be underneath. And again, I've cut the white square, then I cut the frame out of it, which will be under the first layer, and now I'm creating another piece which I will use up for my second layer. So this is the same piece of the cardstock which I will be layering in between my decorative paper layers, and that way I could avoid adding extra paper and create my card too heavy. Obviously, I'm gonna decorate mine in dimensional way with the flowers and leaves, but if you create cards for a postage, this is a great way for avoiding that extra weight on your paper. If you stretch the same mat and layer and you just cut the smaller pieces inside and reuse them, so that way you save up on the weight. And here I've created one of the mistakes, like I didn't push all the way down with this corner punch, so one of the pieces is not really looking as neat as it should, and my first thought instantly was to toss it away and start over. It's natural, but then I thought, like, no, Marta, you have to save it. And I thought, okay, I don't like it. I could kind of try to trim it with my scissors to create a little bit more rounded shape, so it's gonna be looking a little bit more similar than the rest. But eventually I thought, like, okay, if I cannot change it, I can just cover it up. This is the best way you can kind of deal with your mistakes. If something is like you're not happy with the cut or corner, just place your embellishment over there, just cover it up, and no one will ever notice. Now, to help my paper stand out even better from the white layer underneath, I've decided to use a little bit of the Faded Jeans Distress ink. And whenever I'm planning to add a very gentle layer of the ink, I like to work on a copy paper instead of a non-slippery matte. And I know that non-slippery matte are more kind of a, you know, ink saving, because you're using a little bit less ink, but with the copy paper, it's actually taking away the excess ink from your finger dabber, and that way you'll be able to create this very, very gentle layer. Plus, I'm not really using a new copy paper. I usually use some old prints left over. Like, you know, I had this printer, like whenever you clean the printer and you have to print that extra checking page, I usually keep those one and then use the reverse side. So I'm not really wasting any paper. I'm having this extra sentiment, which says heart to heart, and I really like it. This is coming from the free digital design. I believe that these were either 5,000 subscribers or 7,000 subscribers, which I've created. And while I'm recording this voiceover, it actually, I came with a fun idea. So my friends, I want to invite you to a little competition, maybe a little contest if you decide to use up. Now, my friends, I'm giving you time till the end of the February. And if you decide to use up my idea generator and some of my design paper, and you will create the post on our Facebook group, for which I will give you the link down below. So the idea is use up the generator, select some option, let us know, everyone in the post, that what color, shape, technique you choose, and then create something out of my papers. And I'm giving you time till the end of the month, and I will then go over, review, like, you know, your posts, see lovely cards, and then I will pick up a couple of the lucky winners, and I will share with you my next digital design. I am planning to create a couple more extra papers and some ephemera, so I hope that you know, this will be something to spark some joy, and I'll select a couple of the lucky winners, and then I will get in touch with you and forward to you the free version of the papers I'm working on. Now, I'm having all my layers basically complete, and this is the moment where I am adhering my layers. I usually wait till, because quite quickly I did that at the beginning of my crafting, is that I usually cut matte and layer and then I glue them both together. And now I like to wait till all my layers are complete, because that way I could see, oh, maybe there is something extra I need to cut, and I can always use the matting layer from underneath rather than starting the new papers. So this is a great way to kind of make sure you're not needing any extra piece of paper, because sometimes, especially if you work on a paper pad like design papers or something, that could be your last page and you may not have any more of the same design. And too many times I came to the point where I create something, I've joined my matten layer together, and then I was like, oh, I really could use extra round label or something, extra piece, but I don't have any more of the same paper. So this few times has learned me that it's better to leave everything at the end and then only join my layers after I'm certain that, okay, this is everything, I'm not gonna need any more. Now, when I was rambling through my scrap pieces, I found this lovely banner tag. I will give you the link down below for this element, as well as this lovely circular shape as well. So if anyone would be interested, they are linked down below in the description area. But as I'm always saying, just use what you have. Definitely check firstly, because so many things we are having in our craft room, and I know that probably when I'm gonna be reorganizing my craft room now, I will find tons of things which are almost duplicating, and it's very, very similar. So be careful. I'm always encourage you to check firstly what you have, to do regular inventory of your own craft things, because we sometimes have like 10 different dies for the same almost identical butterfly or flora. Obviously I like making flowers, and one thing I want to say is that there's nothing wrong in having too much, but sometimes having overly, overstash, overcrowded your craft room, that could be also something potentially dragging down your creativity. But if there are some areas you are enjoying more than others, like for example, for me, it's die cutting. I love creating flowers. I love creating different foliage. I have tons of different sizes leaves. However, I'm noticed that I'm usually sticking to the one which are already out of my desk. So that's another thing just to keep in mind. Here I've decided to use the punches because it's very effective. It's a very quick way. I think using the punches is the quickest way to create the floral. If you need a couple extra flowers on the go, this is a great way to go. And I love this set. This one was FCO Punch. I cannot remember the name. I will try to find it, but it was definitely on Amazon, and I have it for a few years, so I'm not quite sure. But anything you really have, you can freehand cut your flowers as well if you don't have the access to die cutting machine. That's definitely a way to go as well. I have lots of different tutorials where I do show you how you can create really beautiful, realistically looking flowers, and you don't really need any dies for it. So everything lies upon your imagination, and I've known this for myself. I learned it through all these years crafting, is that the imagination is like a muscle. The more you use it, the more you work on it, it's just growing. And even if sometimes, and this is my advice for the beginner crafters who are sometimes feeling a little bit low with mood, thinking like, oh, I don't have any ideas, I wish I could be more creative, it will come within a time. The more you practice, the more you do it, it will be coming to you. More ideas will appear. You'll be working on one card, and then you will instantly start thinking, oh, what if I like twist it, change this and that, I could create similar card a slightly different way. And this is a great exercise as well. And I hope that this little card generator which I was using at the beginning. This is also something which could be helpful for you. Just as here, I came in, no idea, no nothing. I wasn't prepared for create any type of the card. I just tossed my die a couple of times, this and that. I didn't want to create black and white cards, so I retoss, like redo it back again, and that's it. And within 30 seconds I have my idea for the card, and what you can see here is the execution of the idea, which I was randomly generating through this idea generator. And everything back again, just a quick reminder, because it's quite a lot of new friends joining my YouTube channel, so thank you so very much, everyone. Everything, like all these free papers, this idea generator, everything is down below in the description area, so I do encourage you to try that one as well. And of course, if you enjoy my creation, please don't forget to click a share button, to repost it on your social media. Let your friends know as well. Maybe that will be something handy and helpful for them. And I'm so very much thankful and blessed to every single one of you for watching my videos, and to all my Sunshine family. I've got a lot of the family friends here who are with me for such a long time. You've been always watching my videos, always commenting, and I'm super grateful and thankful for that. I do remind everyone a little giveaway competition we have here, so I'm waiting for your work till the end of the month, and then I'll pick up few lucky friends who I will forward my next papers. So here is the close-up look on the card. I hope you enjoy it. I think it has this nice springish color vibe with this greenery and lovely blue flowers. Let me know what you think, and I hope to see you shortly. I'm sending you all hugs, and I wish you a fabulous day. Stay blessed, my friends. Bye bye.